when you were around them, how many different things did you eat? You ate the monkey. You had some of that mountain goat.
Yeah, the klipspringer. I had some of that. There wasn't. Let's see. They had a little bit of a. They had a tiny bird, and they had a some kind of a rodent. I forgot what it was called.
So it's tough living.
Yeah,
it's touch and go. Like they don't always seem like they get enough food.
Yeah, and to preserve it, so the klipspringer lasted a couple days. Like it was good and bad. It's like I'm glad we had something big, and I'm glad they had food, something big for the video. But then like the next day is like day off. They just throw half of the klipspringer in the tree, and they'll eat it the next day. My first night sleeping there in the tent, I heard these crazy sounds. It's like, "Ow, ow," and the next day I was like, "Hey, what the fuck was that last night?" And they said, "Oh, that was a hyena. A hyena came to camp." Have you seen a hyena in person?
No.
They're like big, ripped, nasty, gnarly beasts. And I've seen them because I did in Tanzania. I also went on safari, and you wouldn't want to be face to face with one. They look disgusting and brutal and intense and strong and brutish.
Yeah.
And the dogs will chase them away, but you can see also the dogs have scars from hyenas, from baboons, from the different animals there that they come in contact with. Whew. What's funny, it's just such a different way of life. I remember when I first moved to Korea and I came back to Little Minnesota, and my friend's mom was like, "Hey, Bill," my real name's Bill, don't tell anyone. Hey, Bill, do you find when you go around the world that, we're just a lot more alike than we are different, and we're all just kind of the same? And I was like, absolutely not. No. And of course, we have similarities as humans, but that's what I like about visiting these different people, is just seeing what's so different about them. And so my guide there, who wasn't Hidzabe, he said, "Hey, you should ask them, what do they do if somebody dies in the tribe? What do they do?" It's a dark thing. He knows it's going to be a dark answer. And so I ask, and they go, "Yeah, just like throw their body on the cliff or something."
Wow.
Just like throw them to the side. I'm like, all right, farewell.
Wow.
Yeah. Different way of life.
What do they do if there's an injury?
So my guess is that they know which medicines to use.
What about
naturally
broken bones or anything like that?
Yeah, I didn't think to ask, but I'm not sure.
I mean, these people are in this really difficult terrain, and they're chasing after animals. I gotta imagine there's some injuries.
Yeah,
they look very athletic, though. They look like these people are in great shape.
Oh yeah, no, I was dying. I had my Apple Watch on to track my steps. My heart rate's like
charge it out
through
there?
the roof. We had brought batteries and stuff out there. Mm-hmm. And these guys they're not breaking the sweat. They're not breathing heavy. They just know the land. They know how to move.
Right.
They know how to walk.
And so when they talk about baboon, that's the big thing. That's the number one thing that they like. And
yes.
They talk about it because of the taste?
I think it's about the taste. So that's one of the crazier things that I got to see this year.
Didn't you want to try baboon?
I did want to try it, and I would have tried it, and but they didn't get it, and I can't really influence what they're doing.
That might be the only primate that I would be interested in eating, because it seems like it's partly a primate and partly a dog. Like hyenas are weird, or excuse me, baboons are weird.
Yeah, they got crazy teeth.
Yeah,
like fangs.
Yeah,
yeah, and so they either hang out in the baobab trees or in these cliffs where there's a lot of little like kind of places they can hide. And so we scouted the area and we saw like baboon shit there. And so like we were hoping they would go back that night, but they didn't.
So the baboons must be aware also that they're being hunted by the people.
That's something they also have to be careful for, because they said if they overhunt, then the baboons will move their camp completely. So they can't, they are aware of that, and they won't take too much.
Interesting.
Mm-hmm.